5 weeks ago, I joined a class that taught me to create goals, perfect, and meet or surpass them. SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Along with watching motivational videos and creating goals that fulfill these 5 categories, I can now reach my goals. Today, I'd like to speak about my goals and one inspirational video that has positively affected me. In my opinion, perseverance is one of the most powerful qualities one can possess. A paragon or model of this immense quality is Diana Nyad in her TED Talk, "Never Ever Give Up." She swam for 53 hours from Cuba to Florida, braving all the obstacles in her way. From vomiting to potential stings, bites, and from the creatures that lurk below, this woman endured it all. She swam in the blackness of night to the sweltering sun of the day, and yet she had one goal in mind: to reach the shores of Florida. Doctors of all fields told her it was impossible, and yet her unwavering spirit of herself and her team pushed her forward. One of the hardest things for me to deal with are setbacks, and here's a person who swam 110 miles with nearly all the odds against her and succeeded. She's very humble and says the main part of her success was the team on the boat who accompanied her on the way to Florida. As I watched the video, I began to realize that I should not treat setbacks as detriments, but more as fuel to continue reaching my goals. I also learned that goals with many deterrents can be done with people who believe in me, setting aside all the critics or opposers. Now, to preface my goals and goal setting, I'd like to mention that 4 weeks ago, I broke my right shoulder. This occurrence negatively affected my goals, and it was probably the most prominent reason why I chose this TED Talk, as it stood out to me. It almost urged me to not give up my goals because of something like this. My goals of increasing my flexibility and stamina were hindered as well because my flexibility was hindered because of the reduced motion in my arm. Nonetheless, aside from my injury, my goals are increasing my flexibility and stamina. Starting with my 3-month goal of flexibility, the main person who encouraged me to pursue this goal was my dad. As I partake in intense soccer, injuries are very frequent. So with an increased amount of flexibility, I try to reduce the amount of times that I get hurt or pull a muscle. Now, saying this with a recently broken shoulder explains why flexibility is so important. My one year goal is increasing my stamina. At the highest level, not much differentiates two players skill-wise, as everyone is pretty much top-notch. However, one factor that sets apart two players is stamina. If I have a greater stamina, I have a better chance of outlasting the other team and have an increased chance of winning the game, which I hope to do so. Overall, SMART Goals is a class that is unparalleled. It gives kids like me a chance to watch, reflect, and speak about inspiring videos that gives ways to goals that can be achieved. Examples of people like Diana Nyad give people the chance to truly understand that any goal, no matter how difficult, as long as it's reasonable, can be achieved. Thank you.